Hi guys, it's Kamau. Welcome back to Kamaudacity. What I want to talk about today is the topic is it's not you, it's them. Right? You know sometimes like people are ending a relationship and the famous last words, it's not you, it's me. It's not your fault, it's my fault, and it's something I'm going to deal with on my own. Famous last words, because that's kind of like just a way of not making you feel so bad. Just trying to take the blame and say it's my fault, and I'm gonna go over here and deal with it. What I'm actually saying, sometimes yes, it is actually the other person. And I know I've done videos about, this whole new trend where everybody is saying, oh, the other person was toxic, the other person was the narcissist. Yes, and I did say in those videos, you have to take accountability for the role that you played, and don't think that it's the other person and you were the victim and the other person was the predator, the other person was the toxic one, right? So this, I'm not in any way going back on that. What I'm talking about now is the fact that sometimes, yes, it is the other people. And I'm not just talking about relationships now, or intimate relationships now. I'm talking about generally in life. In some cases, it is the other person who didn't measure up. It is, and sometimes we bash ourselves and we go into depression, wondering what's wrong with us, why are we not getting ahead, why are we not breaking through, and we do everything that we think we need to do. So this video is just to say, listen, sometimes it's really not your fault. It's the fact that the way the planet is now, this planet is not based on logic. I don't know if it ever was in the past, but it's certainly not based on logic. Things don't go according to logic. Maybe the natural laws, maybe the mathematical principles abide by logic, but the human factor, it doesn't. And if you are expecting if you are reasoning in your head and say, okay, that plus that, and I should get that. In human affairs, that's not how it goes. So I'm going to run through a couple of points and tell you why I'm saying all of this, right? Why I'm saying all of this. Now, the first point I want to talk about. Sometimes you go out of your way to help other people because you want to be a good person, and if you're in the position where you can help out a situation, then you do that, and you would expect not that you're doing it for the thanks or you're doing it for the gratitude, but you just expect them to be grateful or at least behave accordingly and accept the benefits then of what you're trying to help them. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and we were discussing, she's trying to help a number of kids to get their education, because she was saying to me when she was going to school, she had no one really to help her, and she went to school with me, right? Where we were in the same high school, in the same class, and she was saying, remember, I had to be selling sweeties, I had to be selling sweets, and I had to walk sometimes from home to school and back just to get my education. So I know what it's like. So if I can help somebody else, I'm certainly going to do it, right? So that's what she was saying, and I agree with what she's saying, but I said to her, it's like I'm at a point now where I have to be very careful with helping people, because you see, when you help persons and they don't know the value of that, they don't know, they take it for granted. And I was telling her of a situation where the school that I operate, there's this lady in the community, and you know, she was always going around pretty much. It's not that she doesn't do little work here and there and get, you know, eke out a living, but she didn't have it, and she had five children and poverty stricken. And I remember I said to her, the three youngest children, because they weren't going to school, I said to her, I will allow them to come to my school for free. I'll allow them to come, and you know, just make sure they're there and they do their work and whatever. And she said, you know, well, thank you, whatever. And somebody else in the community got wind of the situation, and this couple, and they approached me and they said, you know, we hear that you're helping this lady out and you're allowing three of her kids, to come to you. This is a private school, right? You're allowing them to come to your school for free, and we want to play a part in this. We're offering to give them lunch every week. Every week this couple came to me with a box of fruit juices, a big box for the three kids. They parcel out how much for each day for the three of them, and they brought that amount. A box of fruit juices and snacks for the lunch. So she had free tuition and lunch. And would you believe me that these children, they were waltzing into the school like an hour late every morning, if they did come. Some days they skipped. Some days they come, they're dirty, they're smelly, they just get up out of the bed, don't brush teeth, nothing. And in the school they don't do the homework, they don't. And I'm saying, no, you have three kids and somebody's offering you free tuition, and somebody else is paying for lunch, and you can't see to it that you at least get these children to school on time and get them to do what they're supposed to do. She just took it for granted. And I've had other situations like, you would have a parent might have a child and they're doing, let's say they're doing one set of extra lessons. So I had 2 sets of extra lessons. And you're saying, okay, because the child needs it, let them come to the other set as well for free. And so they would pay for one set, come free for the other. And let's say for the set that they pay, 4 days, if they miss 1 day, or even if they miss 2 days, they would be asking me, do I have to pay the full fee for the week, and she missed a day? And I'm saying, this child comes for the other set free every week. So if you miss a day, or why would you be it wouldn't even occur to me to ask a question like that if you need to pay for the other. So I'm saying, sometimes you go out of your way to help others and they just don't appreciate it. And I have lost, well, I wouldn't say lost, but I have had relationships, friendships, and even family relationships go sour because of this lack of gratitude, lack of appreciation. You would lend them money, and then when they have to pay you back, they have an attitude, right? I've had a very close friend who her child was at my school and graduated, and he didn't get any awards, and she was, I wouldn't say upset, but she was saying the child was at the school for so long, how you didn't even give him anything. When I'm saying he didn't earn any special award, why would I give him just because he was there, or just because we are so close? And people will have you up for these things, right? But you, what I'm saying, the message I'm giving to you now is, don't stress yourself out. If you're standing by your principles and you're doing the best you can and you're being helpful, but don't be too helpful, because persons take these things for granted, and when they don't know the value of the thing, they are going to take it for granted. Alright, so that's my first point. Don't beat yourself up over other person's lack of appreciation, right? My second point is the way the world's set up right now, the average man and woman has no taste, has no appreciation for quality. And I don't know if I'm coming across as being bitter, because if you're an artist, if you're a writer, if you're a musician, if you're anybody, I'm especially talking about those in the creative fields, right? Of which I am one. I'm a writer. I'm saying, if you look at the persons in those fields who are popular, who are famous, wealthy, guys, let's be honest, they don't have, it's not because of talent. They might have charisma, they might just know how to, they give the people what they want. And the point is, where we are now, where this, I don't know if this planet is going through a certain part of the galaxy where it's affecting the taste of the earthlings, but the average earthling at this point, the things that they find amusing, the things that they find entertaining, the things that catch them are really of very, very poor quality. They are not interested in depth. I have been, as a YouTuber, when I just started YouTube, I was watching some videos from the older heads, and those who have been in the business for years, just to see some tips, and they were all saying the videos can't be too long because the attention span of the average adults we're talking about, the attention span of the average adult is like 3 to 5 minutes max. So they're saying, if you have any content that is deep and it's going to require more than 5 minutes worth of attention, forget it. And you have to use tactics like, you have to have music, you have to be shouting at them, and I'm saying, so these are what, retarded? They are retarded. You can't sit and listen to something serious for more than 5 minutes. You might be a writer and you write some heavy stuff, and you're just not breaking through because that's not what the earthlings require at this time. They don't feel like they require that. They don't find that at all entertaining. That's not entertainment for them. What's entertainment is some really low level, basic, I don't even know what to say, really. But just look out there and you'll get the gist of what I'm talking about, right? And like I said, I'm not being bitter. I'm just talking the plain, honest truth, the way the world is set up right now. It's not facilitating real talent. It's not facilitating real talent. The earthlings now have very childlike desires, and the satisfaction that they seek, if you're coming with anything too heavy, too deep, they're not going to buy into it, and you're going to be left out there. So I'm saying, don't blame yourself. Don't be there thinking, boy, I'm really not good. Nobody wants to hear what I'm saying. Nobody wants to read what I write. I mean, maybe you're not good. I'm not saying some of us really not good. And that's why too, right? Some of us. Guys, I'm being a troublemaker today. I'm being a real troublemaker today. Some of us really aren't good, and that's the reason why we're not making it. But some of us are really damn good, and it's just not set. The earth just not set up right now to appreciate us, right? So, my next point. Even the media, the media has always been there for sensation. Media exists for sensationalism, right? So you might have something that you feel you need to get out there, and you might approach a media house or two and trying to get some promotion, if you're not paying for it, because there are little segments for non-advertising promotion, non-promotion that you don't have to pay for. There are some programs, but if it's not sensational, if it's not controversial, if you're not digging up dirt on exposing dirt on someone, it's like they're saying to you, there's no human interest there. And you're saying, but I have something beneficial. I have something that society can benefit from. I want to get the word out there. There's no interest for that. The media will tell you, no, I don't think the people really want to hear this, because it's not sensational. And that's just how the world is set up. That's when they say there's no human interest, that's what they mean. It's not sensational enough. It's not controversial enough. And even the YouTubers, back to the YouTuber thing, they will tell you, try and find a topic that's trending and hitch your wagon to that. Hitch your wagon to a trending topic. Even if you have no blasted interest in the topic, hitch your wagon to it, because that's what's gonna take you there. I'm saying, no, I'm not. Not because something is controversial, you need to put out something so that you can get up there in the algorithms. You see what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm just saying to those of us who want to maintain our integrity, our artistic integrity, our intellectual integrity, moral integrity, we don't need to buy into this message that you have to do this in order to break through. You have to do what everybody else is doing, even if you know in your heart of hearts that's not quality, that's not what you stand for. Don't do it, right? It's not you, it's them. It's them, and don't allow them to wheel you in, and then you start doing some things that go counter to your soul, counter to your integrity. Don't do that. Another point, as it relates to relationships. Now, you might again, you know, it's just how the world's set up. It's just how the world's set up. You might be a real catch. And I'm talking to males and females. You might be a real catch. In your opinion, at least. You know, you have a good name, you have a good job, or you have your business, you have a plan, you're financially stable, you're emotionally stable, and you know, you're searching for a spouse, and then what you realize is, yeah, you're in nation building mode, you're in empire building mode. That's not what the average Joe or Jill is necessarily looking for. They find that to be very challenging, as a matter of fact, to be with you when you are in. You might be saying to yourself now, what more could a guy want, or what more could a girl want than someone who, you know, is progressive and actively so, passionately so, has a plan, not too bad to look at either. But no, they want what that girl wants. She wants the thug. She wants someone who's going to, someone who is unemployed. She'll carry him. She wants the thug. She wants the guy with 6 kids by 8 different baby mothers. That's what she wants. She doesn't want you, the stable guy, the man with a plan, you know, the visionary. She doesn't want that. You're too boring for her. And for the guys, no, they don't want the nation building woman, the empire building woman, because you're intimidating to him. You're intimidating to him, and you're making him feel like he's gonna need to do something at least on that same level to measure up, and he's just not in the mood for that, right? So he wants the girl who, first of all, many cases it's really just it boils down to physical things. So he's gonna want the voluptuous girl, he want the big ass girl, he'll take the airhead. He'll take the airhead who has, and you know, many of the airheads come with at a high cost, right? High overhead costs. They come with bills, but he's willing to take that on because she doesn't challenge him in other ways that he's not willing to man up to. So he'll take the airhead, you know, and he'll take once you have the body, and you know, the woman with the vision and the passion and the morals and the intellect, you're left in the cold. But I'm saying, whether male or female, don't compromise on your standards. It's not you, it's them, and allow them to go, and no matter how long you have to wait, don't settle. Don't settle. You wait until you find someone who is commensurate, who is heading on your path and willing to put in the same work and the same, you know, going towards that vision, that empire building, nation building. Don't settle. Don't feel that, oh my God, I'm waiting so long, nobody seems to want me, even though I'm a good catch, but nobody seems to know that. But don't settle. Right? So I have 3 other points. When it comes to your children, you know, you might put out all your efforts in raising them, set very good examples. They didn't see you bringing in any uncle every month. This is uncle so and so, next month another uncle. They didn't see you living like that. You know, you try to lead by example and give them healthy foods, see to it that they get their education, and you know, just generally raise them right. And you might have kids just come out and start doing some things and make you wonder, make you question yourself, where did I go wrong? You did not necessarily do anything wrong. Some of these children just come with an intention of you see, well, everybody has their journey, and there's just so much you can do, and then you just have to release them and allow them to go on their journey. You did your best, you led by example, and now it's up to them to chart their own course. Don't go, if you know you did your best, don't go knocking yourself and trying to run behind them, mopping up their spills. No, allow them to mop up their own spills that they make. Allow them to live and learn. If they decide to go counter to your advice, your guidance, then let them learn. But don't knock yourself. My last 2 points now. There is this organization that they give out awards. Well, awards, certificates, recognition for certain great feats, right? World records. So there's a particular record that this person had published 24 books, novels in 1 year. And I found that so intriguing, and it's something I wanted to go for, right? So at one point last year, I published 6 books, and it just so happened I published them in the same day. And so after a while I said to myself, you know, this must be some kind of record. So I applied to this organization, and after I saw that it was passing the designated time that they should respond, you know, I contacted them and I was saying, why is it taking this long? Because normally it would take like 12 weeks, and this was dragging out into months. When they finally got back to me, you know, they were saying, well, we don't really recognize this kind of record. What we're really looking for, yes, it's commendable. You publish six books in a day, 6 books in 1 day. What we're really looking for is, you know, something like how many hot peppers you can eat how many hot peppers you can eat. How many they're just looking for, again, the sensation, some crazy wax kind of stuff. That's what they want to give records for. They don't want to give records for something serious, right? Go and see, you know, something something outrageous that you can do. How many rock stones you can eat. That must be what they want you to do. And then they'll acknowledge your greatness. That must be what I'm saying that must be what you want me to do. It's not me, guys, it's them. Let me tell you my final point. Now, social media. Well, as you know, I'm a YouTuber, and I've done a lot of videos on certain topics that I think would be very beneficial to get out there. So for example, I have my school's channels and we do math videos. And so I was on some groups in social media, and I was posting these videos because I wanted to do something that I think is beneficial, right? I'm also on some mom groups, and whenever I would do a video on issues relating to the family, you know, guidance relating to the family, raising kids, that kind of stuff, I would post to the mom groups. And I was seeing where this was becoming a problem. So it's like they were saying the of it was they started removing my posts, and I got this feedback saying, you're taking more from the group than you're giving. I was saying, I'm trying to help you here. I'm trying to make you, to expose you to this thing that you can benefit from. Yes, it's a YouTube video, and I guess they see that as business, but it's beneficial and it's relevant to the group. It's a mom group, and these are family issues that are serious issues. It's not like I'm saying, come and buy this, these are issues that I'm opening up for discussion. And they were removing my videos, so I was saying, damn, you know, that kind of thing. So it's like, but at the end of the day, guys, my message to myself and to you is, you know, when you're standing by certain quality and holding fast to your integrity, holding fast to your craft, and you know you have something good, you know you have a good thing, whether it's in terms of relationship, family affairs, business, stand your ground, and sometimes you're the narcissist, you're the toxic one, yeah, and you have to face up to that. But sometimes it's not you, it's them. It's not you, it's them. Don't harass yourself. Just do what you know you need to do. Stand your ground, stay true to yourself, and you'll get there. You'll get there. That's my message.